Earlier today, everyone woke up and sat on their couch. Unless they were lucky enough to get into the All-State venue. They were ready to see Cody versus Rollins 3, but we didn't know what we would see. We heard rumors that Cody had suffered a pec injury. But whether it was kayfabe or reality, we didn't really know what we would see. My God, that injury! What the fuck, Cody? What the fuck? How could you do that to yourself? You're fucking nuts. I'm John Renton with my review of WWE Hell in a Cell 2022 Electric Coaster Boogaloo. My fucking goodness, that pec injury. Holy fucking shit, I couldn't even do a proper rendition of Nick Cave in the Bad Seeds' Red Right Hand. Couldn't even get the Red Right Cell reference in there because, holy shit, Cody is simultaneously the bravest and also one of the dumbest individuals in wrestling. I understand the show must go on, but holy shit, that was monumentally stupid. I mean, granted, when you have a potentially torn pectoral muscle, I guess it can't get much worse, except you could do a lot more long-term damage. And yes, Triple H did suffer a similar injury during a match, and then it just got way worse and way worse as the match went on. But boy, there is such a thing as maybe just saying, hey, stop, don't do this anymore. God damn. Let me know your thoughts on this show in the comments, please. Cody Rhodes' pectoral injury, I mean, credit to him. I'm not the biggest Cody Rhodes fan, but I will say this. Big kudos, ups, whatever, well wishes, come back by the Rumble, just get healthy. Get fucking healthy and don't ever do anything like that again. To quote Vince McMahon, after Mick Foley fell off the cell and went through the cell and all that, it's like, you have no idea how much I appreciate what you did tonight, but I never want to see anything like that again. Now the question is, though, what is the future of WWE's main event scene? Because people are saying, oh, they were going to put all their eggs in the Cody basket. I hate to say it, guys, but even if Cody hadn't suffered this injury, the WWE programming was not looking to be all that great going forward. Because the crowd was kind of starting to turn on Cody here a little bit. Or maybe they were just booing for the fact it was incredibly uncomfortable watching a man with a torn fucking pec doing this shit. There was an actual show before this. It was at the Chicago, Illinois All-State Arena. Uptown, downtown Chicago, I have no idea. Kayla, Booker T, Lawler, Rosenberg, and Steve Patrick. So they mentioned Cody's injury, which apparently he suffered either weightlifting or at a premium live event. I'm not totally sure, in all honesty. Regardless of when it happened, yeesh. By the way, Rosenberg, if it wasn't for Sam Roberts, then Rosenberg would be Walt Disney's least favorite professional broadcaster. And nope, not going to say it. Lawler, somebody mentioned high school around Lawler. Stop getting all, antsy, Lawler. You shouldn't be allowed anywhere near a high school or really any school, quite frankly. Lawler's just a fucking idiot. I mean, look, I respect what the guy brought to wrestling for a number of years in Memphis and work he did with the AWA and all that. And yeah, his commentary in the 90s, his feud with Bret Hart, the stuff that he did was fine, but that was also back when I was a teenager. It was also back when, I guess, Lawler's, humor could translate a little bit better. Now he's just like an angry old man with the face of a fucking bulldog, except bulldogs are adorable and actually serve a purpose, unlike Lawler. Now he just sounds like an old man. But package on Cody, training at the Nightmare Factory. The reason that this rematch is happening is because I'm allowing it to happen. Now, obviously, they recorded this before all this stuff happened. We got a package on Drew. They showed Drew's package. Stop thinking about it. You know who you are. His rise and fall and rise again. He is going to beat Roman Reigns for the, unified championship. I'm just going to say right now, the unification was a real bad idea, especially now that Roman Reigns is taking more time off. And bless Roman Reigns. Do whatever he wants. Spend time with his family. Heal up his body. That's cool. That's why you don't unify the championships. So, more time killing. Hell in a Cell voiceover with cheesy graphics. And then the announcer's talking and we pitched to a three-way package. Oh my. But Riddle and Priest aren't involved, allegedly. So, Becky entrance, and you should see her in a crown. And the silence is not her favorite sound because she's not all right in the head. Shout out to Noah for that. I don't know why she had a poofy dress. Asuka gets a pop, so does Bianca, a big one, in fact. And congratulations, ladies, you stole the show. It was petty theft, but they stole the show. As far as work, this was fucking incredible. Yes, I will talk about the main event, which was memorable for the right and wrong and also wrong reasons, but as far as work rate and as far as just, pace and keeping the crowd up, this is fucking great. The women have really been killing it, or at least the women that are talented in WWE, and believe me, there is a wide disparity between the ones that are really, really talented, Carmella, Zelina, and others, down here. Down here and potentially out of the company, Carmella and Corey should be, but nevertheless, stop with the Yoda impression. Let's get back to this. 3-way Raw Women's Championship match. Magnifique, bravo. I'm not going to go through every single goddamn spot here, but I'm going to say it was really goddamn fast as far as the start. They kept things rolling. Becky was just embracing the hate, enjoying the fuck out of what she was doing. Gem in the Holobex is what she should be called, because that was just straight out Gem in the Holograms. And Bianca just showing off at one point, just doing a tremendous delayed suplex. Great stuff. Great double spots, close near falls. And at one point, manhandle slam on Asuka. And then Bianca tosses Becky out and pins Asuka 1, 2, 3. That was the only result because, and nothing against Asuka. I love Asuka. Asuka's going to be the one taking pins in matches like this. At this point in her career, they consider her Teflon, bulletproof, stuff like that, whatever. So she's not Chris Von Erich or Kerry Von Erich reincarnated. Nevertheless, about that, she can take these pins and still be over, but also I think she's finishing out her run in the company. Great match, though. Great match from the women. And then they showed Roman's enhanced package. Then Edward James Omos and MVP were talking strategy, and then they told Cedric to piss off. Then Lashley took on Edward James Omos and MVP. The crowd loved Lashley. Look, Edward James Omos is trying. He is really, really trying, but Giant Gonzalez could wrestle better now. Giant Gonzalez has been dead since 2010, just FYI. And he's not. He's trying, but he's not good. Cedric at one point runs in and then gets tossed out by Edward James Omos, and then the Hurt Lock on MVP wins it. The crowd was into Lashley, and that guy is a fucking immortal. I mean, he's 45 years old, and he still looks the same as he did in 2005. Lashley then grabs a replica championship and holds it up. If you want to break up the titles, Lashley should be one that wins it. Lashley and Drew at this point. I can't name other people. I mean, Owens, you could argue maybe should get a shot, but I would say Lashley wins the WWE Championship. Drew wins the Universal title, the Drew Universal Championship. And I love Roman, don't get me wrong, but Roman does not need to be, he doesn't need to be champion after Clash at the Castle. They need to pull the trigger on Lashley beating Roman and just doing that, especially because since Cody is at least going to be out till the Rumble. Even if Cody can somehow miraculously come back by Survivor Series, no reason to wait that long. You could have him beat Drew for the championship, and it would mean something, or have him beat Lashley. Because Cody ended racism, so he can be another black guy, and it's okay. So, anyway, Money in the Bank ad. Cody's injury brought up Owens versus the Ultimate Ezekiel. God, they tried. My God, did they try. I don't care about this feud. Kept shouting, "Oh, you're Elias, you're Elias." And then Ultimate Ezekiel did variations of the Booty Man's offense, like the high knee. He used to hit a knee, but, he's the Booty Man. High knee, do you get it? How the fuck did WCW survive giving Ed Leslie a goddamn gimmick like that? How'd they survive giving Ed Leslie so much goddamn money? Despite the fact that while he's a nice guy, he got... nevertheless, I'll talk about that later. We get a stunner for 3. That's all I gotta say about this match. It sounds like I'm down on this show, but really, the opening match and the closing match were the big moments. Though there was one coming up here in just a little bit. Judgment Day got a wraith from for a VR graphic or whatever. I was half expecting Gauntlet Dark Legacy music to hit. If anybody remembers that game, you know what I'm talking about. Rhea, please eradicate me, please throw me, hammer me, stomp me into the ground. I don't care. Good God, that gear on Rhea. But Liv, stop thinking about it, Kier. I run a clean show here. Stop thinking about it. Stop it. Get some help. Do wonder if Rhea would just allow me to pay her to throw me against the wall, through the wall, potentially like the Hulk. But you stop it, Kier. You get some help. So anyway, Judgment Day. Edge, Priest, and Rhea taking on Styles, Finn, and Liv. Sorry, Rhea's gear was incredibly distracting during this. I really, really tried hard to pay attention to this. Rhea is she's just stunning, and how could you not enjoy looking at her? And also, she can work, Liv can work. They could have a nice little series of matches. You give them a best of 7 series, they could come up with different shit every time. In fact, petition for that. Have that happen. Have that happen after Money in the Bank. Or have that happen over a series of, like, till Money in the Bank, and then continue it after Money in the Bank, and have the blow-up at SummerSlam. Because, Liv winning Money in the Bank would be cool. I don't think it's going to happen, unfortunately. So, at one point, Rhea shouting, "Punish him." Never mind. Priest was, of course, getting in on the 3-way action. If you know, you know. And then Styles is getting in there. There was some good stuff. Phenomenal forearm broken up by Priest. The action was good. It was fast and furious. I will say right now, though, that while Judgment Day looks great, the presentation kind of loses me as far as, like, they're trying to recreate the Ministry and all that dark stuff. It's like the House of Black Edge or House of Edge Black. It's like every dark, spoopy gimmick. Neither one on either in either company is very good, despite the talent. And then Edge and Balor go at it for a bit. Rhea and Liv actually shine quite a bit in this match. Liv did a very, very good job. Nice crucifix variation at one point. Liv has dramatically improved her game. It's believable when she takes on Rhea. And then we get a spear off of a distraction because Balor was distracted by Rhea, as we all were. 1, 2, 3, and there you go. And AJ, there were some dives at one point, like just before that, and apparently AJ got busted open because he was bleeding a lot, because he got busted open in front of the all-state community. So anyway, a lot of blood though. Hope AJ's all right. Recaps of the handicap match, where Edward James Omos doesn't look any better in clip form. Cedric is talking to Lashley. Lashley says, "I'm proud of you for staying up on your own. Don't ever interfere in my shit again." And then Madcap Moss versus Baron Corbin. No holds barred. Who the fuck cares about this feud match? Moss won. Fucking moving on. Nothing against Moss, but goddamn, Corbin, smooth, crisp, safe in the ring. Fuck. This is a stupid feud, and the man should have lost because of that pink shirt alone. Theory gets his entrance, smiling with so much goddamn teeth, it's like he's that shark in Finding Nemo. Was it Finding Nemo or Shark's Tale? I don't really care. I'll take the discount version of both of those movies over Austin fucking Theory ever talking again. Theory is very good in the ring. He's also bland whenever he opens his mouth. Ali getting a hometown pop, and it's Ali versus Theory, U.S. title match. And man, Corey's commentary was abysmal. Not just in this match, but especially in this match. The crowd loved Ali. Theory is good, but he's bland, and Ali lost in his hometown. What? Oh, but they're building him. They're giving him a push. Right. Sure. Vince is known for doing that. And people could say, and I've had people talk to me, on Twitter and say, well, Ali could win it and it could lead to a rocket push. When's the last time the U.S. title led to a rocket push? Yes, Priest had a pretty good run with the U.S. Championship. Did it lead to a rocket push? Not really. Like, yeah, he's in Judgment Day, a group that's kind of meaningless despite how good they look. So, yeah, Theory won. He retained the U.S. Championship, and Ali's going to be gone by SummerSlam. And I love Ali. I hope I'm wrong. I hope that Ali wins Money in the Bank, goes on a tear and wins, and does some great shit. I just don't see it with this company. And then Rollins comes out in polka dot gear. And then adrenaline in my soul. This pec muscle's out of control. Ow. Man. It's fucking as red as that goddamn, graphic on that shirt back there. Ready or not, by the way. Fucking watch it if you haven't yet. Samara Weaving. Yeah. Okay, Cody versus Rollins Hell in a Cell match. First, credit to Cody for working through this. It's also monumentally idiotic. People know their bodies better than anybody else, but goddamn, this was brutal. That discoloration was brutal. The crowd was like aghast. They were like, very, very silent. There were some reactions, but it was a very uncomfortable feeling. I said this is wildly uncomfortable. Of course, Rollins at one point pulls out a kendo stick and pokes his stick into Cody's loose muscle, which I usually have to pay extra to see. Always delete your search history. Polka dot weight belt with Visionary on it. And then the table comes out. Thank you, Rollins, because Chicago's known for being a bit of a defiant crowd. Splash through the table by Seth. I think he busted his elbow open because he was bleeding like crazy. I've got a fever. The only prescription is more cowbell, and it turns into an impromptu bull rope match inside a steel cage. All we needed was Vince Russo's overbooking like the 3-tiered cage. That's all we needed. Except this isn't WCW 2000. We aren't quite there yet with WWE, except in NXT 2.0. Moving on from that. The discoloration bruising was spreading, by the way. Or at least it seemed to be. It seemed to be getting deeper. Like, good grief. A buckle bomb through a table for 2. They were starting to get booed. They were starting to lose the crowd. A, I think the crowd was getting annoyed with the kickouts. B, I think they were also concerned, like, okay, Cody, we saw it. You've proven it. Fucking go and get help. Oh, you're going to keep kicking out of shit. And then at one point, a sledgehammer gets pulled out. And why don't you call my name? Gong. And as Peter Gabriel approved spot, by the way. Pedigree for 2. And then we get a hammer. We get the hammer, chase. Stomp for 2. And then crossroads from both of them. And then 2 crossroads and the hammer for 3. And Cody Rhodes now can get surgery. If he is back by the Rumble, good. I think he will be back by the Rumble. Regardless, I want the guy to heal up, but don't be so stupid and do that. Yes, again, the show going on. You're telling me they couldn't have brought somebody else in? And Rollins is a safe worker. Rollins worked with him very safely, made sure he was all right, taking care of him, made the shit look good. But goddamn, that was uncomfortable. Agree, disagree with what I said? Like, share, subscribe. Twitter handle in the description. I'm John Retlin. I'll see you soon.